Hello, welcome back to the Primrose Corner. Today I have a fun package to open with you. It's the Caran anniversary collection. So let me slow down a little bit. The Neocolor 2 pastels, which are one of my absolute favorite art supplies of all time, celebrated their 50th anniversary this year, which I did not know about till someone on Substack let me know. So thank you to Substack person that let me know that it was their 50th anniversary. So I got onto their website and found out that they had released 5 brand new Neocolor sets. They include old colors, but each set I believe has 3 special edition colors, and so of course I knew I had to have them. I only bought 3 of the packs because I already have almost every color they've ever come out with, and I really just want the special edition colors. So I tried to pick the 3 that had the colors that I was most drawn to, but I still might end up going back and buying the other 2 because I am a bit of a completionist when it comes to that kind of stuff, so we'll see. I'm trying to restrain myself, but here are the ones I got. So I got the, let's see, where does it say on it which set it is? We'll figure this out. You probably already see it and are yelling at me. Somewhere, maybe? It just says special edition. But anyways, there's a pop set. I think this is the pop set. And there is a lush set, which I believe is this, which is like these pretty light greens, mostly. You can see there. And then the pastel set, which is the one I'm most excited for. And I'm really excited because a lot of the special edition colors seem to be like different shades of pink. So, which is a color I feel like is just lacking in Caran d'Ache's lineup in general. Like even in their colored pencils and stuff, they don't have a lot of pink. So let's go ahead and open this first one. These little tins are so cute. Oh, I just scratched the crap out of the front of it. Oh, it opens from the side. There's a little note in the front with the cute little drawing of all the colors. And then here is the set. Oh, and the special editions ones do say special edition on them, which is cool. Okay, so we have silver gray. This one is lime green. This one is pale yellow. Then we have Sahara yellow. That one's pretty. Then apricot peach blossom. This one was a special edition one. Peach blossom is really pretty light shade of pink. I love that. So that one's a special edition. And then this one I believe is also a special edition. Light heliotrope. That's a really pretty color. Another kind of pinky mauve-y color. And then this one, which I was really excited about, Amazonite. Really pretty light shade of blue-green. Love that. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So glad I got this set. So this is the cobalt blue, another pretty shade, and the sky blue. And this one's one of my favorite colors that they have, the sky blue. It's so pretty. So that is the pop set. I'm gonna just put those back in there, and I'm gonna swatch these in a minute, but let's go ahead and look at the other sets. All right, this time I'm gonna try and open the package without scratching it. That was really dumb of me. One is the, I believe on the website it was called the Lush set. Kind of a foresty, tropical forest theme. Ooh, these are so weird. They open from the left side, which is not natural to me. So there's the Lush set. I'm sorry if I'm getting the name completely wrong. That's what I think it was called. And it has a lot more vibrant rainforesty colors. That's how I would describe them. The first one is Chinese green. Then you've got light olive, 40%. Then you have Acuba green, which this one is a special edition color. It's pretty, kind of an avocado green. And then this one is grass green, Veronese green. This one is a special edition, and it is chrysoprase green. That's really pretty. Love that. And then this one is the other special edition color, and it is Skagen blue. Those are beautiful. So you got 2 kind of bluish colors and a green special edition in this one. And then we've got dark green, lilac, and Prussian blue. And that is the Lush set. For some reason, I'm feeling really OCD about this, and I want them all back in the same order. Normally I don't care, like I currently have all my Neocolors just separated between cool tone and warm toned and just have them in a plastic box. But for some reason I'm being precious about these. All right, the last set. Glad I figured out to not scratch the tins anymore. And they all have had this in it and it does have a QR code on the back for taking a creative class. Okay, this set is the pop set. Ooh, these are pretty. So there is the pop set, brand new. And I guess we'll do what we've been doing, which is going right to left. This one is indigo blue. Then you have periwinkle blue. I love this color. To me, this is purple, so I'm not sure why it's called blue, but I love that color. Light lilac, also a color that I love. Purple violet. And then I think this is a special edition. Like I said, the pinks, they had some more pinks in here, which is why I was excited about it. This one's called Rose of Garance. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But that is one of the special edition colors in this set. And then we have light cadmium red. We have fast orange. This has like something weird printed over it. Then we have yellow, just yellow. And then another special edition, another pinky color, Tyrian pink, special edition. And then we have purple. So I missed one of the special editions in here. Let me see if I can figure out which one it is. I'm gonna find it. It has a thing on it special. Okay, this one. The light lilac was special edition. Beautiful color, like I already said. All right, let's go ahead and swatch these. Let me grab my sketchbook. I'm gonna open a brand new sketchbook for this. If you watched my recent, my best sketchbooks video, this was featured on there, and same thing, I hadn't opened it yet. It's not this shape in particular that I like, but this series as a whole, the Zeta series sketchbooks. Love these, especially for mixed media, because the paper is really smooth. It's very smooth paper, and it is thick. Like, it's very sturdy. So I really enjoy it for that reason. And I'm going to break this sketchbook in by doing some Neocolor swatches. So I actually really want to do watercolor swatches too, because if you don't know, you can add water to the Neocolor pastels, the series 2 Neocolor pastels, and it will kind of become a watercolor. So I want to see what these look like as that. And I'm just going to be swatching the new ones on camera, but I'll swatch the sets off camera and then come back and show you so you can see what all the colors in each set look like together. All right, just a minute, I gotta go get some water. Okay, I'm back, I got some water. I always feel like a bit of a mess when I am filming these videos where I'm talking live on the camera and not doing a voiceover. So thank you for being patient with me. But let's go ahead and start with the pop set, since that's what we already had out. So we're going to do the special edition colors. So this one is the Tyrian pink. I'm just going to do a little circle. Oh, I love it. I love the look of pastels. It's so satisfying. It's like coloring with a crayon, but it's so smooth and almost juicy, even though there's no liquid to it. I love it so much. All right, how do I want to do this? I'm going to do a second circle below for the water test, and then I'll go in and add the water at the end. So this one is the Rose of Garance. I'm not sure if that's how you say that. Rose of Garance. Ooh, this is so pretty. I like this one. This one is pretty. It's like a dark rosy pink. I think this would be pretty for like some rosy cheeks on a character. All right, this one is light lilac. So pretty. I love this one too. Oh, that is beautiful. I love these colors, and they look gorgeous together, which I guess makes sense, which is why they're in a special set together. So those are the colors. Let me show you up close so you can see them a little bit better. Those are the colors. So you've got the Tyrian pink, the Rose of Garance, and the light lilac. And please let me know if I am saying that wrong. I'm not so sure what garants or garants is supposed to be. So if you know, let me know. All right, where is my paintbrush? There it is. All right, we're gonna do a water test on these and see what they look like when you add water. So this one is the Tyrian Pink. It's pretty. Oh, I love that. That's the Tyrian Pink. Clean my brush off so we can get the next swatch. This one is the Rose. Ooh, that's really pretty. I know I keep saying it's really pretty, but it's because I am like a die-hard fan of these types of colors, which is why I had to buy the set, even though I owned almost all the other colors in the set already. And then let's do the light lilac. It just kind of, adding the water obviously makes them look more like paint, but also it just kind of makes them look a lot softer. So there are our swatches with the paint applied, or with the water applied. Love those. Okay, so that one's the Pop Special Editions. Let's get out the, whatever this one is, because it doesn't say the name of the set on the outside, which is kind of annoying to me. That's my one critique, Caran d'Ache. Put the name on it. All right, so now I've got to figure out which ones in here were the special editions. These two, and where's the other one? No, which one was the other? Oh, it was this olive green, wasn't it? Or this avocado green. Yep, that's what it was. All right, so let's start with the avocado green. This one is, oh, that's nice. This one is Akuba green. I'm gonna do two. Then we've got the, oh my gosh, this was the one I really struggled with. Chrysoprase green. I can read, just for the record. I just have never seen these words before in my life. And this one's Skagen blue, or I guess it might be pronounced Skagen blue. I'm not sure. Ooh, okay. I love that color. Ooh, that one, I don't know if you can see, but the Skagen blue is so creamy. Really pretty. Okay, and now let's do our water swatches of each color. Ooh, see, that looks a lot more yellow-green when you add the water, to it. Wow, okay, love that. That is definitely giving me like bright rainforest vibes. Then this one just became like a really pretty pale blue-green. That's really pretty. Would be a beautiful color for like water. And then the Skagen blue. Oh, that's very beautiful. I just love colors. I call myself an art supply collector because I just love colors. So even if I don't necessarily use some art supplies, I still just want to collect them because they're so pretty. So there's our Lush set. I don't know, I almost like I typically prefer to work with these pastels dry, but I almost like the water version better. All right, let me put these back so I don't get them mixed up. And then we'll open our last set. And this one I'm gonna remember what it is because I scratched the lid. This one is the pastel set, which I love pastels. So let me pull out the special edition colors. I think they were mostly all over here. Yeah, I think it's these three right here. So we've got the Peach Blossom, the Light Heliotrope, and the Amazonite. Those are the three special edition new colors. So let me try swatching them here. Ooh, love that. And it's super creamy, kind of like the Skagen. That went down really nice. Then we've got the Light Heliotrope, really pretty. Love that. Okay, and then this one, which was one of the ones I was most excited for other than the pinks, which is the Amazonite, because I feel like this color is just not something that we've had in the collection, and it's something that I will definitely be using. It's like a dusty blue-green, and I love it. All right, so there's all the swatches just dry. Sorry if you can hear my dog. He's deaf and he's snoring in the background. Ever since he lost his hearing, he snores really loud, and I can't just call over to him and wake him up because he can't hear me. So hopefully he stops. I think he might have stopped already. Ooh, that's pretty. It's such a light pink when you add water to it. Very subtle. Pretty. And then the Light Heliotrope. same. So it looks like these pastels just become very, very subtle when you add the water to them, which I think is beautiful. And then the Amazonite. Oh, that's pretty. Another pretty one that would be beautiful for like a water illustration. Very pretty. So those are all the colors swatched, all of the new colors anyways, in those 3 sets. There, like I said, there are 2 other sets, but they're a lot darker in tone, and I don't work in as dark of tones as I do with the lighter shades, so did not get those, but I might end up picking them up because, like I said, I'm a completionist. Let me know in the comments if you think I should get the other 2. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the rest of the colors out in each set off camera. So just so you can see what all the colors swatched look like together in the full set, because if you don't already own a bunch of Neocolors, you're probably interested to see what they look like together. And then we'll wrap this up. I'll be right back. All right, friends, I am back. I will pop some footage in here of a close-up of all of the colors and the swatches. They turned out really pretty. I accidentally re-swatched the same colors again on the last one, which is why there's 2 rows, but all is well. I have my little sketchbook here now. I decided I wanted to kind of maybe do a little demo of how I like to use the Neocolor pastels. I really like blending them together dry because I love the texture. So I'm just going to draw like a pretty basic flower lightly with my favorite sketching pencil, the Prismacolor Kohl Erase in Carmine Red. One of the reasons that I really prefer to draw with this red pencil is it doesn't smudge. The problem I have with graphite is if I accidentally move my hand over it, then the graphite smudges on the page, and that drives me absolutely insane. So I'll give up some of the erasability to avoid that. But also the red pencil is just easier to paint over because same reason, it's not going to smudge with your paint. The graphite will kind of smudge into the paint sometimes. Also, I can't stand having to erase really hard over graphite to get that like faint line before you paint. Can't stand that. Usually with the red pencil, I can, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I can paint right over it, no problem, and then I don't see it, or it just kind of blends in with the painting and it looks nice. It adds a nice effect to it. Okay, so let me decide what I want to use. I think I'm actually gonna mix and match some of the sets a little bit. I think I want to do the petals using the Pop color palette, and I'm going to use the Lush color palette for the leaves. Let me find the Lush one. I think it's this one. Hopefully. Okay, yeah. All right, I want to do the leaves and the stem first. So I'm going to take this really pretty, what color is this? The Veronese green. And I'm just going to go in with it and draw in the stem. And it looks very textured now. I'll have to zoom in so you can see. And then I'm just going to fill in kind of like every other one of these lines that I drew for the leaf. And I'll do the same for the leaf on the other side. Okay, now you see how that looks a little bit, it looks a little crayon-y. I do love that, but I want it to smooth out a little bit, so I'm going to go in and end up with a brighter green by going over all of it with this lighter green. It's called Chinese green. I'm not sure why it's called that. But I'm gonna go back in over it. This much warmer toned green, almost yellow. See how bright that makes the color pop, and then I'm gonna go over every single spot where I went in with the previous color and go over it, and as I am smudging that in to the previous color, we're almost getting a brand new color, and it's really pretty. I like mixing the cool tones and the warm tones together because then it just kind of pops. So I'm also going in with the lighter green and filling in the other parts of those leaves. I'm going to go back in and mix that together in each spot where I had that other color, and it's just making the whole thing more smoothed out because it's filling in all the little holes that were left behind when I put the first color down. Then I think I'm going to go back in on top of the more yellowy spots now with the original color, just to make them fit in a little more. So depending on what color you put down first, it will change how the color turns out. See how even though I'm using the same two colors, because I'm doing them in a different order, they're still looking a little different from each other. Okay, so there I've got my stem and my leaves. Really pretty, looking really textured, and the colors are fun. And now I'm gonna have to make a decision on what I want to do about the flower. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in with this rose. I'm just gonna call it rose. Rose of Garants will be referred to as rose, although they do have a just rose color. Not in this set, but in their normal lineup. So I might end up confusing myself later on. I'm gonna go in, do all the petals with this pretty pinky shade. And then I'm gonna go over that with the Tyrian pink, which is gonna help smooth everything out and create almost a new shade. And I love the little smudges that get on the page too. I think it's pretty, and I think it adds character. So now I'm going to take this, what was this one called again? Light Lilac. And kind of around where the petals overlap. I'm going to do a lot more of it in the back here because it's almost acting as like a shadow. So I've got the top of my flower here. It's this really pretty blend of the two pinks and the light lilac. And then I'm going to go in on the center. And then I'm going to go over the top of that with the fast orange. Just to darken it a little bit, which that looks really pretty. Okay, what I normally do at this stage is I do not like the kind of crummy crayon lines that form around the edges, so I'm going to get my colored pencils and I'm going to fix that. Be right back. All right, I've got two colored pencils here. This is the Luminance in quinacridone purple, and this is another Caran art supply, and then I've got the Prismacolor Premier in cobalt turquoise. Now you'll notice that this does not match the colors in the flower, although it is a blue tone, I would say it's a green toned blue, but I really like I like the contrast of like just adding a completely different color in the same family when I go in with the colored pencil. It just makes the whole thing look a lot more interesting. It adds more texture, more depth. And the fun thing about the colored pencil is normally if I press a little bit hard, I can get it to break through the pastel. So you will be scratching some of the pastel away that you put down. But it's a really cool effect where you've got like the colored pencil coming kind of in and out, swapping places with the pastel in a very organic way. I'm just going to line the whole leaf because I want to smooth out those scraggly edges there. Oh, I just love that so much. Okay, let me do the other leaf. I'm going to press kind of hard and just go up the middle here and see how you got the pastel still affecting the colored pencil, but the colored pencil is scratching some of the pastel away. So the inner lines have more of a muted look because of the pastel, and then you have the punch of color on the outside of the leaf because you've got mostly just straight colored pencil. Oh, I love how this looks. I haven't used these like this in a while and I missed it. Okay, so I've got the leaves done. I love how that looks. Okay, and then let's go in with the quinacridone purple, and I'm going to do that on the flower. So same thing, I'm going to kind of push through the pastel, get some of that color down. I'm going to accent the tops of these leaves. Oh, I love when it does this, when some of the colored pencil is showing through, some of the pastel is showing through. It's a little bit less controlled, which is unusual for me, but I've really been enjoying doing it this way. All right, now I've decided if I want to try and like put some strokes in the leaves. Just a few maybe, because sometimes controlling the direction the colored pencil goes inside of the pastel can be a little bit tricky. There. And that's how I use these, or my preferred method to use these. I do use them with water also sometimes to create the painted watercolor effect, but that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you supporting this channel. I love being able to review these items for you. I love having an excuse to buy art supplies, so if there's anything else you want to see me test or go over, please let me know. Please enable me. I would love to do that for you. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.